Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we are doing a run with the Stygian blade. I had made a promise that when we successfully completed another run, we would talk about the ins and outs with it, which not much has really changed. Like I said in the shield video, you basically just want to focus on your elementals and the percentages second, but we can go through of what I chose this time around and how it all played out. So first and foremost, the thing that needs addressing is the Pact of Punishment. These modifiers will add more danger to your run, but risk equals reward. You will be highly rewarded based on how much heat you pull off on a run. So this time around, I went ahead and chose 4, and we begin our descent. I meant ascent.
Death is inescapable. If you think otherwise, why then, don't let me stop you.
Alright, so after that interesting introduction, we're thrown into Tartarus. Tartarus is the same as always, but some of the upgrades, the boons that we receive have been enhanced, such as Daedalus's hammer. So I went ahead and chose the 200% damage to armor on base attack, because why wouldn't you? I mean, you can just rough up your attack to the most maximum and then throw elements on top of it, and then that's when you're pulling in the serious damage. And guess what we do eventually when we get there? It gets there. But we go ahead and make our run. This run, I went ahead and tried to focus on a couple things. I wanted to focus on darkness. I wanted to focus on the elements, obviously, so we can make it through the run. And I wanted to focus on the palms because it's important to go ahead and increase our boons that we have so that we have more of a chance to succeed, or our boons are enhanced enough to handle Hades, because ultimately that's the big roadblock. So Tartarus is as fun as ever. I mean, it's a good training ground level. You can't really mess up here. You can early game, but once you get the swing of it, it's smooth as ever. And as you can see, those Pact of Punishment, rules, yeah, they're in full effect. We have like double enemies on screen, which is great because they drop gold, which means you can add more gold. And what's nice is you can get boons that will do extra damage based on gold, so you could do a gold run too. But now we're nearing the end of Tartarus, so I'm going to let this full boss battle run its course, and then we'll speak on it after.
So. Oh, good. I was just itching for a live one here, Trash God.
Moving on up, we go to Asphodel, and that was a good boss battle. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed the amount of depth that the boss battles already had, and now with the added difficulty that you can manage and put onto yourself, it makes it that much more interesting and makes you think quickly on your feet. This game it gives you all the right hits It hits you right in the stomach, right in the face, makes you go back to the River of Styx. We talked to Eurydice, and basically at this point in time, because I failed a couple runs, she's starting to miss Orpheus, and Orpheus is like, my muse, I miss my muse. And so there is a side quest that has to basically allow them to see one another again. I have everything set up for it, but I'm not there yet. And another thing that's going to happen, because once this boss battle plays out, you'll notice that Zagreus calls the Bone Hydra Lerny. That's because Zagreus appointed it Lerny. Like he said, your name is now Lerny. You don't mind if I call you Lerny, do you? So another thing with this run was we just got super blessed with Zeus boons. So a lot of this is just going to be like super electric. Like this whole run is like electric and water because of Poseidon. So that's cool.
I know you missed me, Lenny, and I missed you too. Shield stack. Bye for now, Lenny.
With Lerny now turned to dust, we make our way to Elysium, and basically now comes like the finality of it, like the easy part of it anyway. So you want to go ahead and try to maximize anything you can, collect the Cerberus hearts, get the pomegranates, get the hammers, as much as you can. So in this run, I went ahead and chose the thrust, which is every third attack does 200% more damage. I know I said don't focus on percentiles, but since we're comboing that along with the elemental, it'll actually make that much more of a difference. So it's gonna work. It's gonna work. This plan is gonna work. It can't not work. So then we have a battle of wits between Zeus and Athena. So now I chose Zeus first because honestly I could handle the enemies being shielded for a minute. I don't like having droves of lightning ahead of me, so it seemed like the obvious choice for me. And once the battle is done, we're going to choose a blessing from Athena anyway, so it's no big deal. Now this Elysium run took longer than normal, I felt. I mean, it really took a large chunk, not as bad as the next run, not as bad as that. However, it did take quite a while, a lot longer than it normally does. So it's a good thing we got that fast forward button. So off with the battle with Thanatos, and I'm sitting here trying as hard as I can to race and get every third hit in to just maximize damage to all the enemies in the area, so this way we can beat Than. We do, and we get that healthy health boost. So now we're at 275, which is pretty good. I think the other run, the shield run, we were at 300 by now. We had a lot of health. We were very bulky in that run, which helps. But what helps in this one is how offensively stacked we are. I mean, we are super stacked offensively with a good amount of defense. So I'm not too worried. And mind you, this is all pre-recorded, so I'm speaking as if in the moment. At this point in time, I'm not too worried because of how offensively stacked we are with the elemental and the actual physicality that we have. So on to the next boss battle.
I swear, upon my honor, fiend, you shall not pass.
Now, for the longest run I've had on this section, it didn't matter what I did, didn't do, tried to do, didn't try to do. Every single solitary thing that did happen was just a negative thing. It was like I kept sporadically dying. I was worried because of that. I went through and I'm like, okay, well, maybe the Satyr Sack is in this level. And so I fought all the way through, and no, it just did not play out. And luckily, we stocked up on gold, so that kind of helped out. And these sections always seem to have like the spawn in the gold pots, so you can actually break the pot in the level and get more gold. So that helped us out, but it was super unlucky. This was like one of the worst runs I've had for this section. It was horrible. I mean, just beyond reprehensible. But at the end of the day, the Fates seem to have had the right plan for us, so go back, buy the heroic tier, go back to the final level to get the Satyr Sack, and then once we do, we go ahead and bring the Satyr Sack to Cerberus and meet Hades.
I'll just keep coming back.
You're back, with Stygian in hand. Come then, and show me your technique. You test my patience. Blast.
You're not going to cooperate with me on this, are you? Even now, knowing Mother wants to see me again.
Blast you. You shall ruin everything. With all your damnable questions.
Then die already, and get the hell out of my way.
Blast.
I did it. Found you.
Victory at last. Finally, we can go up to Greece and meet with Zagreus' mother and learn more about the past of Zagreus, about Hades, and about Persephone herself. What brought them all to this predicament that they are in, and why won't she come back, and why didn't Hades tell her that Zagreus did live? This and more is soon to be found out. There's going to be 10 more endings that you have to unlock to get the full scope of why, at least for that section. I'm working on ranks with everybody, working on the endings, working on anything I can to fully beat this game. So enjoy the ending. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all. And 1K gang, let's go.
What are these things?
You're back.
I'm here, Mother.
I begged the fates that you'd return to me. Perhaps I ought to be more careful how I speak of them. Tell me, how was your journey? What happened?
Father didn't make it any easier for me. Nor would he tell me why he never sent for you after you left. So, I don't know what's going on still, but I wanted to see you again.
I wanted to see you too. Come, speak quickly with me, that our time together here may be as full as possible, all right?
I need to know what happened between you and Father. Why are you here and not with us?
I couldn't live with myself anymore down there. After I left Olympus, a long story in itself, I came to be with your father in the underworld. It was a shock, to say the least. The others in your father's house were welcoming enough, but I never felt that I belonged.
I know the feeling, I think. But you stayed, long enough to have me. Those whom I've spoken to about you, it's, as you said, they have fond memories of you. And then you even had a child. Did he mistreat you?
No. Your father could be very difficult, though he was gentle with me. Soon enough, we got on fine. Better than fine at times, but when I was with child, I struggled terribly. Because child born of surface dwellers could not live down there.
Could not live down there according to whom exactly? The Fates?
According to them, yes. According to your father and to Nyx. Even having heard, I took my chances anyway. But when you emerged stillborn, it was too much. I fled. I fled and came to reside here. Above the notice of the underworld. Beneath the notice of Olympus.
But why would Father lie to you? If he never wanted you, or never wanted me, surely he had the means.
I don't know. I'm wondering the same. But oh, look at you, Zagreus. We're running out of time. It's happening again. Stay with me, please.
I'm trying, but I can't stay that much longer, I don't think.
Oh, my dear son. Then please, ask Hades what you asked of me. Why he would lie. Tell him I must know, the same as you. And you farewell. Until we meet again.
Until we...